IVM.
You know who I'd really love to have on this show but can't have because of budgeting constraints and also schedule? Geek Fruit. These guys are three geeks who get together every week and geek out about all things pop culture and all things that I like, including gooey slime. Can you believe it? You can check them out on the podcast app on every Monday, and they have these shorties that are out on Thursday that are really awesome too. Check them out.
Stories, we've got stories. They're a little bit of funny and a little bit of dissent. You wanna hear them? It's got humans. They're sitting in a box and talking bold Edward all loud.
Hi Rabba.
Lovely way to start an episode. Welcome to Vartalab, you guys. It is a nice day. It's in the Mumbai has started seeing rain.
Yeah.
And the after effects of rain, which is...
flying plastic bags everywhere. It's like randomly, like if it was that American Beauty movie, where like he looks at a plastic bag and like wonders what's happening. In Bombay, you don't have that reason because no plastic bag has a purpose. It's all this air carrying dust. Anyways, I'm a little angsty today. I should put that up right up front that I've had a terrible day overall. Like,
last 24 hours.
Like half of it was amazing, half of it was shit.
Yeah.
And here we are, and I'm still not over it. I've still been like just fighting with people.
Yeah.
But I won't fight with you guys. I like you guys.
Okay.
But what I wanted to say, like we always start with a story when we start off with. And my family and I don't have a lot of customs. Like, we don't like to do a lot of things together. But one thing we always did was watch Ram Gopal Verma films together. That was like one. My sister was a big fan. Like she loved Ek Hasina Thi.
Ram Gopal Verma.
Yeah,
Nice.
for some reason.
That's the first time I've heard that in my life.
Yeah, him and her and Amitabh Bachchan. But Con and all of those movies. And then like we wanted to watch a horror movie, and my sister was like, okay, let's watch this movie called Fook.
Fook was a horror movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was a young boy in that movie who was like, who's the picturesque, like, like the Damien of like that movie.
Okay.
But like much cuter than Damien from Antichrist.
Right.
So, and then like years later, I was watching some interview, and that boy was now a girl.
Right.
Phunk mein I was girl.
No, उसके पहले वाले में.
उसके पहले वाले में I was a boy.
हाँ, see,
Phunk was my first.
Yeah.
अच्छा ठीक है.
See, I know your film history better than you. And then I saw Sash Channa as a girl, and I'm like, okay, she didn't have sex change at that age, but she definitely had.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk. Okay. So let's talk about that. What happened?
What happened?
No, I did not get a sex change.
Exactly.
Of course you
That
did,
is for sure. But this is what people
Thought?
believed. Yeah.
Thought
Forget. They believed it, and they're like, "Arey, she got a sex change. Like a 6-year-old got a sex change operation for some reason."
Yeah. What would motivate a 6-year-old?
मतलब I don't know. My mother was like she was.
शायद एक्टर लोग में बहुत कंपटीशन है.
हाँ बहुत मतलब बहुत है. हीरो नहीं बन पाएगा. हीरोइन नहीं बन पाएगी. हीरो बना क्या? नहीं. हीरो नहीं बन पाएगा. हीरोइन बनाते हैं. Anyway, तो नहीं था because exchange operation नहीं था.
But like first you were cast as a boy. Like what was the story behind that?
So the first ad that I did, so I was a very active child बचपन से. The day I was born, I used to dance and act and stuff like that.
Nice.
So I was 2 years old and there was this शोले का scene जहाँ गब्बर सिंह करता ना कितने आदमी थे.
Yeah.
So I like a 3-year-old used to like do the same scene. जब भी हुआ था. So my mom was very impressed, and there was this family friend who was also into casting.
Right.
So she said that why don't you get her into like ads and stuff? Why don't you get her auditioned? Because इस उम्र में बहुत सारी ads कर लेते हैं बच्चे.
Right.
So the first ad that I got was for an insurance company, and I had to get my hair like completely. I had to go bald.
Yeah.
And मुड्डन का scene था.
Right.
तो फिर मम्मी was like, हाँ ठीक है 3 साल की है. It's alright. करवा लेते हैं.
Must have been the good money also.
I don't know. I'll ask her.
She didn't get any of it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never asked her
technically
about
it went into you, like feeding and clothing and house.
And the sex change.
Yeah. And the sex change.
It cost money, did it?
Yeah, I mean it does. Lakhs of rupees, right? But yeah, नहीं थे उस समय lakhs of rupees. तो फिर इसलिए भी नहीं करवाया हमने sex change. सोचा बस.
But you were always like born in Bombay and raised in Bombay?
Yeah.
Where in Bombay?
Oshiwara.
Oh, must.
हाँ.
Oh, so yeah, you were legit like right in the middle of it also. Like मतलब casting also बाजू में होती.
मतलब सारी उधर ही नहीं तब तो famous studio
Oh
में
right,
होती थी.
then it's been famous.
Now it started Maso and all. तब famous studio में होती. But anyway, फिर वो हुआ. Then I had short hair because वो हो गया था. Then I auditioned for Vastu Shastra, and they really liked my audition, but they also like they need a boy for that part. So then they discussed and they were like, are you okay if she plays a boy? And then Mummy was like, ठीक है, मतलब again she's too small to make any.
And whose film was that?
That was Ramuji's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the movie I was talking about.
So
not
not
Fook.
Fook?
हाँ, that was the movie you're talking.
Vastu
So
Shastra.
you don't know her life better than
हाँ,
her.
half.
I'm on her team, so I'm going to cross my legs like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is now I'm on her
Did you
team.
just Z-snap me right now? Okay. You should see my videos then. You'll see.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
हाँ,
Okay, later.
I love none of our guests researchers before coming.
Yeah.
So they
Arey,
don't
yeah,
know what's-
sorry.
No, it's good. It's the element of surprise.
Surprise, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's no nice one. So then you kept acting after.
हाँ तो फिर मतलब इंडस्ट्री ने बाल ही नहीं उगने दिए 6 साल तक मेरे
Wow.
बिकॉज इतनी एंड बिकॉज अगेन एड्स बहुत बच्चों में लाइक इट्स वेरी लाइक for kids like child actors it's very like common for ads and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I did a lot of ads and then uske after Vastu Shastra Kabhi Alvidana happened and then My Friend Ganesha happened and then when I turned
And you were
7
a boy up till My Friend.
My Friend Ganesha.
Okay.
Yeah. I did 10 movies, but half of them didn't release.
Oh,
so I
okay.
just named these 3, the ones that released. हाँ.
Oh, my friend Ganesha, tu rehna saath hamesha.
हाँ.
Never forget it. I'm a Catholic. I don't know why all this. I know the entire button and everything.
Oh my god.
वो भी है ऐसे.
Do you watch Ghatotkaч? There was an animated movie called Ghatotkaч,
Yeah.
in which like that guy who always plays, who always voices Amitabh Bachchan in songs. Who's that
Yeah.
guy, the Bengali guy? He
Uh,
had a song which was called Auna
Who, what?
Ajana. It was very
नहीं
random.
मालूम मुझे.
It was a romantic song in a mythical movie.
Okay.
I don't know. It's random trivia I keep going out. Let's come back to your life.
Yeah, so then after, like 7 साल की then my mom was like, now enough. Now she's a girl, she has to play a girl and she's also growing up. So then Funk was the first movie I did as a girl.
Okay.
And then it started. Like,
And now it's chilling. Like,
yeah. Now
are you studying?
Yeah.
What are you
I'm doing
studying?
BA.
Okay, अरे वाह. BA is
Arts.
so simple. In what?
मतलब I'm in second year, so अभी ऐसा कुछ ऐसा वो नहीं
थर्ड ईयर
majors
में
नहीं
होता है क्या?
हाँ.
अच्छा हाँ. नहीं, but-
Specialization.
हाँ मेरे को लगा ऐसा साइकोलॉजी टाइप्स.
ना मैं
नहीं,
HSC स्टूडेंट.
हाँ हम लोग भी HSC स्टूडेंट.
हाँ तो मतलब वो आई थिंक थर्ड ईयर में होता है मेरे ख्याल से.
अच्छा,
तो
अच्छा,
बैच जो से ना मास्टर्स करने
हाँ
होते हैं.
नहीं मास्टर्स तो बाद में होता है 3 साल के.
नहीं मालूम.
Don't study. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just doing it because I have to get a degree.
I love. I
Yeah.
think you have like that jadedness of somebody who's been in the business for a while.
Yeah.
हाँ मतलब I just need to like get.
Once
a
you get your own
degree.
vanity van, you don't want your own desk space, dude. Like, you don't want that life. And I'm saying, you agree with that, right?
Yeah. No.
And- no, because I
honest.
was also like, I've been on a bunch of shoots doing different sketches with different
Yeah.
production groups. And there are several child roles always up for grabs, you know? And, weirdly enough, there's a whole nexus, right? Like this whole mothers who always get their kids to like audition, and there's like a edginess to it. Like this, it's a like a Little Miss Sunshine pageant from America, but like for us, it's casting.
Yeah.
For that, so I was like eavesdropping at one of these shoots where they're like, कि ये वाला जो Colgate का है आपके बच्चे को मिल गया. It's like कि हाँ मतलब एक ट्राई में मिल गया था. आपके बच्चे ने कितने ट्राई दिए? It's like कि हाँ 3 ट्राई किए लेकिन हम शायद से Pepsodent के पास जाएंगे. I'm like, what the fuck is happening, dude? What is this?
अरे यार, this is something I've
Yeah,
never
it's
experienced.
evolved into something else now. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like they're like very like there's an entire agent guy who hires the mothers to like keep the kids ready at all times. You know,
Right.
the mothers accompany them on shoot.
Yeah,
and
that is there, but
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, it become very like edgy for some reason, and I found it very humorous.
I too find the whole audition thing very scary. I always run my mouth. I always talk too much. I get very stressed out, and everyone seems unimpressed. And at the end of the take, they always say it was amazing, and
Yeah.
it just unnerves me entirely. I talk about this in every season, and this season also it's come
Yeah,
up.
I mean that's with me too. I mean like I audition and the casting guy is like, you it was great. अभी आप
Yeah.
budget बता दो, आप free हो ना उस दिन half ready.
हाँ.
फिर call back नहीं आता.
हाँ, exactly.
मतलब it's a confidence boost होता है, but then
My
Are you ready
solutions-
to fucking dream and have your aspirations been blown? Yes.
Yeah.
On that particular day.
Yeah.
We'll do that for you. This happened with me. Like Netflix के लिए I gave a audition and they were blown. Okay, they took 2 auditions because they're like कि ये वाला तो अच्छा था, इसका वाला और भी अच्छा था. I'm like, wow, come here. हाँ, time, हाँ, पैसा locked, everything locked. And then they cast some other guy.
yeah.
And that guy is posting Instagram stories and I unfollowed him. I'm like, fuck you. if you get my role, you don't get my follow.
Aww.
Yes. I told her I'm in an angsty mode, so I'll just be doing this a lot. But
Such a diva.
He little bit, yeah, he's getting there.
I am a diva. So I'm a part of the queer community, and last night I was at Kashish Film Festival.
Yes.
You know
So
what
this is
Kashish-
why you're annoyed.
This is why I'm annoyed.
This is why he's
the
annoyed.
bone of all my that and the biryani. I'll tell you that also. So you know what Kashish Film Festival is?
I mean you were just telling me.
But you have to act like you don't know.
Oh
what
shit!
Yeah.
No!
Oh, shit.
What is this?
Yeah, it's a film festival. It's
Okay.
South Asia's largest queer film festival that is very badly organized every year. That's what it is. 2 years ago, when I was first playing, doing a small sketch on stage. It was me and my comedian friend Nick Pillow, who's a white guy, and the whole sketch was between like two gay dudes who meet at a cafe and are talking about their white boyfriend and brown boyfriend and what's it like. It was like 50 years of Section 377 in England.
Yeah.
And we were doing the sketch. People are having a great time. In the middle of it, Arjun Kapoor, who's the chief guest of the event, enters the venue. Okay.
Right.
And this one guy comes, it's a Liberty Cinema, okay, so it's a big theater. This one dude just comes running down the aisle screaming, can you stop? Can you stop? And I'm like, what the fuck is happening to him? Did someone have a cardiac arrest or something? He's like, no, our chief guest is here, you all move aside. So I felt like shit. I'm like, okay, what to do? So I move aside and Nick and I both go into
गोरे
corners.
आदमी को स्टेज से निकाल
हाँ
के
सोच
बोलो.
ऐसा नॉर्मल था कि then Arjun Kapoor enters, they do a fanfare, ताली बजाए वो सब, then he says sorry to us and then we go on and then we continue the sketch and then we have to pick it up from where we stopped. And there's no more time for us, so we have to like finish off, and that went horribly. I was like, next year this shouldn't happen. Next year, last year, which was I performed comedy.
Okay.
And this time I was ready, so it went beautifully well. There were a lot of faux pas, there were a lot of organizational terribly organized things, but I was still like, okay, this year.
What happened there? Language just died.
I don't know, because I'm so angsty, I can't put words together.
Thingsy, he's just said Thingsy, no?
It's a new thing
That's
now,
why.
Thingsy.
Okay then.
Go with it. Hashtag Thingsy. But
I don't know.
Thingy, I was going for Thingy and Thingsy happened.
I
I
Guys,
figured
don't
that
give me
out.
grief about
Sorry.
my vocabulary.
So
like
last
that.
year it was good but bad but good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this year I was hopeful because I'm like, okay, if I'm going this time, this is post 377. India is free from, legalization of whatever. India is properly gay now.
I'm sorry. You're
Guys.
usually so eloquent.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'm setting a bad precedent for like she's looking at me and she's like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm sorry, yes, I'm better than this usually. Okay.
No, you're doing great.
Thanks.
This is the first time I've laughed
She's
today.
19. If she was in a comedy audience, you would have eaten into her. Shut up. Don't be cautious. Chill.
Cool.
Breathe.
So this year I'm like, okay, I want to get my set recorded, and they're like, okay, cool, come, we'll have the cameras ready. I reach there. There's no cameras.
Okay.
They're like, we don't know if there's going to be cameras. I'm like, okay then. Should I call my camera guy? We're like, let's see.
Yeah.
I asked the sound guy, can you record my audio? He's like, what audio? I'm like, my audio? He's like, I don't know how to record audio. So I was like, hey, can I go? It was raining outside. I'm like, can I go get...
Oh, it rained as soon as you got out of the cab also.
Yeah, I got the cab. It rained. I went inside. I'm like, hey, can I have a dressing room? There's no dressing room. So I'm like, where should I change? So Rekha Bharadwaj, who's Vishal Bharadwaj's wife, and she had a vanity van, and her co-musicians have a vanity van. तो उनके vanity van के bathroom में I had to change.
रेखा के
नहीं, उसके
musicians के vanity van के bathroom
में. Okay, I change. I get ready for my set, and I've been told 8 p.m. is my slot time. It never comes. Okay, it's like one after the other. The show gets, and the sound is horrible. Okay, like they're not playing anything properly. Like the audio is playing, videos not playing, videos playing, audio not playing. The hosts are coming on stage. It's a nightmare. And the worst thing that I've ever seen in my entire life, the worst thing I've ever seen, the worst creature I've ever witnessed unfold on stage is Kubra Seth.
Ouch.
I cannot fathom how she's allowed to go in public eye and do what she's doing.
What?
She was so insulting to the queer community. I'm not holding my words back. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to mince. If you want to cut this, I don't give a fuck. But Kubra Seth is an abomination to performing arts. She was so out of it. She cross-dressed, of course, because that's how it goes, right? She's a straight person cross-dressing to appeal to the queer audiences. We'll lick her up. She played a trans character in Sacred Games, even though there could be a trans actor cast for that role. No qualms about it. But every second line that came out of her mouth was like dick and butt joke, like for no reason, okay? Antagonizing people. And the sound was, again, like, it was a culmination of how bad the sound guy and Kubra Seth were together. So that, like, at one point when she left the stage and was changing backstage, the sound guy left her mic on. And she blabbered some shit which was heard by everybody in the entire auditorium.
What did she say?
She was like, I know this show is going too long. These people are taking too much time. We'll ask them to talk faster. Because everybody was getting felicitated, was getting the mic to talk for 10 minutes about how amazing we are in the queer space. And because of all this, at 9:30, they're like, oh shit, now it's Rekha Bharadwaj's show time.
Yeah.
We have to bring her on. So they brought Rekha on without even telling me that I'm bumped off.
Oh no.
My set is called off entirely without my notice. And I've waited from 5 in the evening, gotten wet, had no dressing room, went to the whole turmoil of watching that horrible show in the first place, hoping that at least I can salvage some of it. I just need a mic. And I don't need all the entire audio, visual, whatever bullshit you have to go through. Just give me the mic.
Yeah.
And I'll do it. But that didn't happen, dude. And I'm like, I sacrificed the gig in Bangalore. I
got this video guy.
I got the video guy. I'm paying money to him. All this to just get my set recorded, and this is what happens. And for my community, dude, like,
Yeah.
and therein I find like there's a skew right now in the queer space where like there's an elitism seeping into it, where like immediately a celebrity comes in, they forget that queer people exist, as we saw from Arjun Kapoor's case, and also like Nawazuddin Siddiqui came last night, or Rekha Bharadwaj happens. And I'm like, oh log honge bade log, but like your community is what you're doing this
Yeah,
for, right?
true.
You are broadcasting movies made by queer filmmakers from around the world.
Yeah.
What are you trying to prove? Like, what is the point right now?
Yeah.
What is Kubra Street even doing in life?
And then the biryani thing happened.
And then I got home. Okay, I stormed off in anger.
There's a biryani thing
There's a
also.
biryani thing.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this has been a long day. I have not eaten. And okay, the first floor was cordoned off for an elite party at Liberty Cinema.
Okay.
And most of the people were not allowed to go up as well, which was again the bougie thing to do. And so I hadn't eaten anything. There was no water or food for performers. I had to ask for water. One guy went outside, bought and gave it to me.
Huh.
And I'm like, this is organizationally, like, nobody's looking after logistics.
No, biryani.
हाँ वो सब तो हो गया. I get home, I'm like, okay, the only thing I want to eat right now is a biryani. The good mutton biryani will sort your day out if
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah, true.
The delivery guy, okay?
It's okay.
The further story is like just
Yeah, it
making me
just
laugh
gets- yeah, it
already.
gets-
Welcome to Vartalab. Delivery guy. I tell him where the building is, okay? The building is a little, inside. He calls me thrice. I guide him to the lift of my building, okay? And
Okay.
at night, my building is such that they shut the lift down
Okay.
sometimes. Because they're like, "Ye paise bachana hai, garib log hai." He comes to the lift, decides that he doesn't want to climb 5 floors, and puts that he orders delivered.
Huh? What?
Did he not allow you to negotiate and say, I will come down?
He didn't even call me.
Oh, no.
He kept it down only.
He cancelled, like he said
Oh.
that I delivered the food because I paid for the food beforehand, right?
Right.
So uska kuch nahi ja raha hai. He'll go home and eat that biryani because as per the app, the food is delivered. So I have the food. And now I'm fighting with the app guy. And because I'm such a, angsty person who's also like going to be like, I'm going to give a short note to this guy now. I'm talking to the customer care executive and being like, your sorries won't, take care of my hunger. A man comes home hungry, starving after a long day, hoping for biryani and some raita, and what does he get? Disappointment. I'm going off on the customer service guy, and he's like, dude, I am not paid enough for this shit. Like, I'll give you 200 credits. Do you want that? I'm like, no, I want my food. He's like, the hotel is closed. What do I know? I want my food. I'm being like this total valley bitch. And I'm like,
Shouldn't taken the
I don't care.
200
Give me my
bucks.
phone. I'm like, so much so my boyfriend saw what was happening, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna just. He picked up his pillow and walked away from me. Like, I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm not. Okay. So then this morning I had a fight with the neighbors, and it's just been like, it's not been a great 24 hours.
Okay, at
But
least
on-
you got it out.
On the plus side, I released my video
You released your video. That's great.
on Bhainder and everything, and Anuj, who's also doing a hi-fi backstage, back in the background, back camera,
Behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. He edited the
Yeah.
video, and it's out there. It's
Yeah.
doing decently well.
Yeah.
I hope Asas shared it with her fans.
Yeah, I will do that. I will just check it
and
out after
that's
this.
been my day. Thank you for asking.
Okay, now coming back to the guest.
I feel better.
मेरा इतना इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं था दिन अगर वो
18
पूछने
minutes of
वाले हो
this
तो not as adventurous as
Have you ever had days like these? Though?
I've had like
Do you
bad
get called to a
days.
lot of these functions to do stuff? Like to be like chief guest or nonsense like that?
अभी तक I have not
अभी तक
gotten like a very big thing, but yeah, colleges में people keep
Colleges
calling me,
they call you, na?
and it's sweet.
To judge stuff and all?
Yeah, to judge or just to be like a chief guest.
Yeah, damn cute.
It's cute, yeah, it's
है ना?
very cute.
अरे बच्चे लोग ना, they really try very hard, but they fail very
I tell you
miserably.
why, because I was also there once. Because when I was in college, matlab, I still am, but back then in my FY days, there was this festival that I took part in, and I was little famous even then. But yeah, so I mean, I was into what do you call it? I think I was in security.
Okay.
So you make like a
the
human chain.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
man,
the-
it's
And
the
for the
worst thing.
celebrities, and I don't know this person. Okay, he's some really chutia guy walking, and he's like all tall and very funnily dressed, and we are making a human chain. और मैं human chain में हूँ और पीछे से लोग आके मेरे से सेल्फी ले रहे हैं, मैं ऐसे सेल्फी ले रही हूँ. तो सेलिब्रिटी को लगा ये कौन है? So that was very funny. So even whenever I go to these functions and it's very
ये
weird
chain
because
कौन
men
है?
भी किया and it feels really because मेरी age के and they call me ma'am and also I feel very awkward like don't do that. I mean it's very
Yeah,
weird.
I'm glad I'm older than them now. I used to be their age and it used to be very weird going for college fest.
I had like very strong aspirations as a child to be a child star, but then like I saw how Miley Cyrus turned out, and I'm like, I'm fine.
No, Miley Cyrus is amazing. How can you say that to her?
Drew Barrymore turned out, or
that is
or
fine.
Kevin McAllister turned out.
I love Miley Cyrus.
Lindsay Lohan?
Lindsay Lohan.
वो है ना
Lindsay
अपना
Lohan? Britney Spears?
नहीं Britney Spears
Britney.
awesome.
Don't leave
वो
Britney
किधर है
alone.
वो?
Leave Britney alone.
Okay.
Tell me one thing. What's his name? Oh, you've already taken the name. Maybe I don't know.
Which guy?
The Kevin from Home Alone.
हाँ. What's his name? हाँ, Macaulay Culkin.
He's good, क्या? Now?
मेरे को क्या
I've heard
he's like all
miserable.
grown up now. He's in a band, but he had like a whole phase of getting drugged out and all of that. And
But that's
Yeah,
like...
yeah, yeah. I heard he's dead for some
no,
reason.
he's alive, very much so. He's all
But
like
then I saw
pale.
him abhi sa thoda recently.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie The Good Child or The Bad Child? I don't know. The Bad Child. The Good Child is my show.
Yeah.
The Bad Child.
The Problem Child.
No, The Problem Child is a different movie. This is the one with Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin as kids.
Oh, okay.
So Elijah Wood's mom dies or something, and then he has to go live with Macaulay Culkin's family.
Okay.
And this Macaulay Culkin character is a very nice angelic child in front of his parents, but he's
But
a
an
dick
asshole in the
to
back,
the cousin.
yeah.
So the cousin sees like he tries to push his sister under ice and everything, and then Elijah Wood looks like Frodo back then also. He's so adorable and cute. So what are you showing to me? The Good Son. The Good Son. See,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
definite must watch. Like both child actors have done a great job.
Do you watch a lot of movies? What did you watch growing up? I've always wanted to ask someone your
Hannah
age.
Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place.
That's why she got very angsty. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Miley Cyrus ka naam hai.
Shin-Chan, Home
Shin-Chan,
Alone,
Home Alone.
A lot of Disney.
Baby's
then.
Day Out.
हैं?
Growing up you asked ना?
नहीं, I mean like
बचपन में I
TV पे क्या देखे? बाल गणेशा देखते थे?
TV पे मैं I used to watch a lot of reality shows बचपन में.
Oh.
Now though I watch Netflix, Amazon, and I'm getting into movies. Like there's a list of movies that I have to watch.
Okay.
So yeah,
I had mine also.
हाँ पक्का.
Cool.
Which movie of
The
yours?
Good Son.
Bob.
Acha, the Good Son.
To my parents, I'm the good son.
Get it? No, I don't get it. Hey, I went to your Instagram. I wanted to know, so you're an influencer on Instagram, right?
No, I am an actor who has a lot of followers and
Okay.
who promotes things. I
So,
don't call
but-
myself.
Okay,
influencer.
but you have good, thank you.
Yeah.
So who is taking all these photos? I have constantly wondered. You have like 1,000 photos on your thing.
So I bought like an 80,000 phone just for that because I
Which takes
where is
photos
this?
while
yeah.
you're like,
And I have my mother to do that for me. And my
Seriously?
friends.
how
Yeah,
much
yeah,
for the
yeah.
mother? I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll ask her.
On that note, I think we should take a break, you guys, and see you all after once Naveen has taken a chill pill on the other end of Vartalap.
Sorry.
Hey everybody, welcome to another great week on the IVM podcast. It's been a really fun week. Also, just a reminder, if you're not following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. One thing that we are trying to do as much of as possible, and we want to keep doing this, is if you hear something that you really enjoy, take a screenshot of it and tag us on whatever social media platform you prefer, and we'll try and repost that. If you want to keep your listening light and funny this week, check out shows like Cyrus Says, Golgappa, and the Empowering series. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus talks to hosts of another IVM show, Football Shootball, Gaurav Sapre, Kartik Iyer, and Sivram Padmanabhan. Tune in to listen to some fun conversation about sports, advertising, and Bollywood. On Golgappa, Tripti is joined by cinematographer Milind Zog, who shares rib-tickling stories from his shoots. And on the Empowering series, Zarina is joined by comedian Suresh Menon. They talk about his early days in comedy, his chemistry with Jose, and how he started Khan Masti. If pop culture is what's going to get your engine going this week, then, we got shows like Geek Fruit, where Tejas and Jishnu this week are rounding up the hits and misses of announcements made at Disney's D23 Expo. Mr. and Mrs. Binge Watch, that's a really fun show where Janice and Aru talk about TV showrunner Genji Kohan and her extremely successful Netflix shows. That's Orange is the New Black, and I can't remember the other one, but they've got another really good one too. On IVM Likes, Abbas, Antariksha, and Darius discuss the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and rate their top 5 Tarantino films. Man, I wish they'd called me to do that. So if you only have a really short time and you want to check out some of our shorter stuff, you can check out Origins of Things, where Chuck narrates a brand origin story involving a tabloid and a gold digger. It's going to be fun guessing which brand this is. And on The Habit Coach, Ashton shares some interesting facts about coffees and afternoon naps. And also don't forget to check out Urmi Kothari on the Kinetic Living podcast, where she has Thriving Thursdays and Tabata Tuesdays, both of which are, if you want to be fit, you should do those things. On our new Coming of Age show, Agla Station Adulthood, host Ritasha and Ayushi discuss casual dating, hookups, and modern day love. On Keeping It Queer, Naveen and Farhad talk to producer Madhuri Advani about body image issues. But with that, let's get you on with the show.
Okay, then we are back with the second half of Vartalab, and now
I'm calm.
Okay,
Zen mode.
I wasn't talking. That's not what I was talking about at all. Of course.
Why you come now?
Nothing. I just went down, saw the rains.
Acha.
Is it raining downstairs?
It's hardcore raining.
Oh man, do you have an umbrella, bro?
Yeah, I do have one.
Oh man, can we borrow you? So we have now life is stabilized more or less. Like, did it ever get did you have a lot of fan mail and all growing up?
Growing up, no. Actually my fan following has increased abhi jaake. Like earlier it was there,
yeah.
matlab it was not like crazy fan following because
Yeah.
I was I wasn't very, very active on
Right.
TV or anywhere. Right now it's just digital and more, maybe because digital is more youth audience and
easy
everybody's on
access also.
Instagram and it's easily accessible. So I think that is the reason why the fan following has increased now.
You also have a Crime Patrol fan base, right?
Yeah. So those are more uncle aunties.
Yeah, I know my mom.
Oh man, I was dying to be on that show. Is that show still on?
No, that's
My life
short.
dream was to be on CID.
They have reruns still going though.
Oh, CID was my life dream, man. Like, I'm so upset that I never got to be on CID.
It's wanted to be a dead body on CID.
No, I've told this on the show also. I wanted to be the guy who they think is the guy, but then is not the guy.
I've been that twice on CID.
Oh man, lucky you,
One of
man.
the funniest things I've seen on CID was this one episode where they find a dead body, of course.
Huh.
And
You don't say.
Really?
and then they slap a dead body and then the episode ends. No. Just kidding. Dead body and then Daya picks up the...
She's so cute. She's all like, what is going
Yeah,
on?
this is reality. So he picks up the ID card from the dead body. He's like, Suresh. And then one guy, there's a crowd behind, and one random extra is like, Suresh. and they're like, तुम जानते हो सुरेश को? नहीं. तो क्यों चौंकना हुआ? Why was you so excited about Suresh's name? His surname क्या है? Surname क्या है? It's so
The
bad.
funny to hai yaar CID.
Yeah.
It's that
So Aditi Mittala, a close friend,
Yeah.
her mom worked on CID for years,
Acha.
including that one episode where it was like a single camera shot. Like that was
Yeah,
something.
I watched that. It was so
everybody
good.
watched that. It was
It was an event, dude.
it was an event in our life.
So good. There was this time where I used to watch CID for the entire day. Like I used to miss school and watch CID.
Wow.
There was this time where I think on Sundays,
Yeah.
they used to play Sony used to
Yeah,
play
yeah,
back to back
4
the
hour
entire day.
marathons.
No, not more than 4 hours.
Oh.
Like the whole day, 12 hours of CID, just CID.
Huh.
And my mom wasn't home. Nobody was home. I was all alone, and I just watched CID
Yeah.
the entire day.
And now it's
It's
Tarak
so
Mehta
fucked
all
up.
the time.
No, I've not watched Tarak Mehta ever.
Don't
in
watch
my
it.
life.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You are not missing out on anything.
Good thing you didn't act also in that show.
Unless you're
You
like
would
a
be.
big fan of reaction shots.
I wanted to go as a celebrity, जैसे जाते हैं ना वहाँ पे. I always wanted.
And then they had
Oh,
But
that's
it's
nice.
late
When
हो
a
गया.
celebrity comes to Gokuldham
Yeah,
Society,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very
Yeah.
nice. Like,
Yeah. Okay, they are from CID or they are from Tarak Mehta.
Oh,
Choose.
no,
CID.
dude, CID.
CID.
Brute force, bro.
Yeah.
Guy
He's
from CID
he's a
would
cool
toad.
guy, because I've done 2 episodes. They're really cool.
He's a
people.
Shetty, no? Proper.
No, वो तो अलग है. This guy is to Maharashtrian.
Which one?
They are अच्छा. You're talking. Fuck. अरे मैं प्रत्युमन का सोच रही हूँ.
हाँ, सालों
He
के.
said Pratyuman and I imagined. He said
He
Daya
said
and I imagined. Sorry, I'm so confused.
These kids and their drugs, I tell you, they're not.
But then again,
It's coffee, guys. It's the black
it's not
coffee.
like the CID
that's doing
characters
this
have
to me.
personalities that vary from each other.
No,
really.
they don't actually.
don't.
They have
Daya is
catchphrases.
exactly the way he is
Yeah, exactly.
in real life,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. I mean, he's just बैठे भी and he's all
That's
grumpy.
so
and
amazing, no? Like, as comedians, we're dying to be the same person we are off stage, on stage, and these people do a career out of it. Like, if you watch a Salman movie, Salman is playing Salman
Salman
only.
only in it.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
And people have also come to watch Salman only. When he tries to play something else, like in Tubelight, they hate it.
Yeah.
हाँ, but in Bajrangi Bhaijaan, he was playing something else. but
I mean,
people
come
loved
on, how much? And the only thing is he was Hindu in that. Like,
it. No, but he was playing very bhola also, no, in the movie.
I mean, yeah, but he has that. I
was
I
being-
will
he was being
disagree with you
virgin.
because I will not lose an argument to you. That is why.
Well,
When you were growing up, was school? Did you miss a lot of school? There was a child actor in my school, and he used to keep missing school for I don't remember his name.
अच्छा.
But he was like a younger, you were older, like he was like some 5-6 batches down. But his sister was in my batch, so he used to constantly miss school.
Yeah, so
and
my
stuff.
mom always made sure that I'm not doing anything that misses. So again, TV, I used to do a lot of TV, but that was always a cameo or like a month track
Right.
that I used to do. So I was never into daily soaps because that consumes a lot of time.
Right.
And like there were offers like where the producer used to tell me that, you can do like school, you can do your schooling privately.
Yeah.
Which my mom disagreed because I wanted to go to school and she wanted me to like
That
live
also
the
like
school
takes
life.
away the whole childhood factor.
Yeah,
also, like,
yeah,
you
it
know?
does. I mean, most of the child actors do that, and I feel that's just very wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I not used to miss school as much. Matlab, it was like
5-6 दिन.
5-6 दिन महीने में
Okay.
हाँ हो गया. And
That's a lot.
yeah.
But then that's also like you're studying and working, so it's crazy.
So
at
my
that age.
teachers and my principal, all my friends were very supportive, and they
Yeah.
used to help me catch up.
Like, just tell us the next movie ka spoiler.
Kajol was the killer.
So you must know this guy, another crime patrol alum.
Alam.
Alum. What?
Alam?
Alum matlab alumnus.
Acha.
Illuminati.
Oh.
Like, who's alum, dude? I'm like
Alumni.
alumni. So one of the
Gemini nahi.
this guy called Arjun, I think you know him. Ajju, people call him. So he was, that kid, Sardar kid from
Anuj है उसका नाम.
Anuj है क्या?
हाँ.
We used to call him Ajju as
He's a
kid.
friend of mine.
हाँ, so he was in कोई मिल गया Sardar
तुम
kid.
लोग का WhatsApp group है क्या सब
नहीं
child
नहीं
actors
इसका
का?
पूछते मेरे को नहीं अरे
So
यार.
Anuj basically, he grew up in my locality. When we were growing up, he was in Bhayandar, one building away from me.
Okay.
Next time you meet him, just ask him, didn't you grow up in Sai Puja? And so,
I'll text her if you want.
how do it? So, and before like,
Wait,
and
text him now. No,
So-
don't actually text him.
he won't obviously remember me because we were kids back then, and he already shot Koi Mil Gaya,
Yeah.
and he was telling us all the plot details, like while we were chilling, we were playing cricket in the gully and all. He's like, "Ki हाँ, मतलब Preeti Zinta bolti hai ऐसा and then I'm flying and everything." Like he spoiled Koi Mil Gaya for me before Koi Mil Gaya was
Oh,
spoiled.
no.
But as a child, you don't care really, and then like, and obviously like after the movie came out, he became a star in that movie, and then they moved out of Bhayandar, of course. And then his father's a main like big time Punjabi producer, director type. So
Oh, okay.
they got out of Bhayandar when they
My
could.
mom and he is friends.
Nice.
Okay.
See,
Our friends.
small world. Not really.
Yeah. No, actually, when you
Now
think
also
about
they're in Maladulni.
Okay.
Not a big difference.
Oh shit, I
they've
thought they
made.
upgraded so much, but like
No,
Malad.
Malad में है वो लोग हाँ.
Man, I love how like you are so jaded, man. I love it. It's like this nice jadedness. It's amazing to see it. Like usually people your age are hopeful. That's very annoying. Like you are very pragmatic. तेरे को पता है सब टट्टी है.
हाँ अरे life is dirty dude. My life is fuck all. I'm telling you.
Tell us more about why
Yeah,
it is.
why?
Fun.
My
Hey, how
life-
was dating and all for you? That must be a pain, no?
My mom won't. हाँ नहीं सुनेगी नहीं. हाँ it was great. I had my first boyfriend when I was 6. I was in 6th standard.
Okay.
And I was messed up because my teachers came to know. And for some reason, okay, I'll tell you this. So I was a bitch in school for my
Okay.
teachers. Like my teachers used to hate me.
Right.
Like not all of them, but there were few teachers like I know they hate me.
Right.
Yeah.
वो
And-
होते ही एक दो
हाँ
तो.
और वो बहुत ज्यादा judgmental थे. Also because मेरा पहला boyfriend पकड़ा गया था 6th standard.
How old was the boyfriend?
Same class.
Oh, okay.
हाँ.
What were you doing कि तुम पकड़े गए?
पता नहीं recess में something happened. Actually, this other guy who had a crush on me basically went and told my class teacher that
man.
वो सब कुछ तो हुआ था.
Stitches get stitches.
And it was always a big deal for me because I was an actress and I was like the famous child
Yeah.
in school. So anything that I did was a big deal, and even if it's the smallest thing, it used to be a big deal.
Yeah.
So like we got caught, and I dated that same guy for the next till I was in 10th standard.
Oh wow, that's so wild.
And वो जिद में किया था मतलब मैंने अब तो कि मैं जो करूंगी मैं तुम्हारी माँ की.
हाँ.
Oh, 30 minutes in we're getting the real sass out.
You guys said cursing is allowed. So
अरे
Go for it.
मैं फैल रहा है अब.
full दीदी.
हाँ तो so then yeah, so that happened. So like it was that मतलब वो ऐसा forbidden
Love.
हाँ मतलब ऐसे हम भाग के छुप के रोमांस कर रहे हैं और
Wow, in school.
in school.
Yeah.
So हाँ अब मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं पढ़ लेती यार.
10th में कितना आया?
71.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because उसके पहले हमेशा मैं 50-60s में रहती थी. But 10th में I studied like for 3 months with all my heart and full शिद्दत से. 3 months I've studied. So now if I calculate right now, if I would have studied for the whole year, I would have आराम से scored 91.
Oh, but you
Since
were
I
busy with
studied,
stuff.
but if I was also not into studies. मतलब it's not that I was busy. It was just like I hated studying. So it never interested me. So that is why.
Okay, so let's
That is why BA.
हाँ, अब
let's
हाँ.
look at all the child actors in history of movies.
Why? We can talk about so many other things.
I know, but I want to talk about that kid from that movie, K3G.
What
That
happened to
mom,
that?
take a chill pill.
Huh.
He was bad. Like, you've been amazing. Essas, you've done a great job in all your movies. That's why I'm saying that he
Thank
was
you.
horrible.
Who is he?
I have no
don't
idea.
know.
Like, he didn't do anything else. He was also in one more movie with Karishma Kapoor and Anil Kapoor.
There was a guy in K3G who then was on a TV show also.
Which is the fat one?
Yeah, the chubby guy.
Huh. That was his character, and I'm not calling him. I'm not fat shaming him because everybody else in the movie did. So almost that he became Hrithik Roshan. And I just assumed that will work on me as well. I'm like, when people inside, I'm like, yeah, bring it on. One day I'm gonna have 6 fingers. And you'll be like, ये कौन है जो मुझे नहीं मुड़ के देखा? All of that.
So much sass on Vartalap
I
today.
know, right?
But yeah, Karan Johar films, like, I think they shaped a lot of our young childhood years, you know?
Yeah.
But like, my godmother, she had a babysitting unit going on.
Okay.
And she had a nice balcony, so all the kids would play in that. And every afternoon on certain Thursdays, where everybody had vacation, like, convent schools have Thursdays off. Because that way we are smart. We need a middle week
But
off.
I thought you have to rest on the Sabbath.
That we already do.
Okay.
That's the Sunday.
The Sunday is also off.
Sunday is Sabbath.
So Sunday में holiday होता है कि नहीं
हाँ,
school
Sunday you go to school, but if Sunday school, you go to Sunday school.
में? Okay, right.
Sunday you go to Sunday school.
Okay.
Where you learn about Jesus and his life.
Okay.
But otherwise you learn about history and science.
Okay.
Which does not correspond with what you learn on Sunday.
Yeah.
Anyways, so because they're telling you about human genitals and reproduction and also at the same time about virgin birth, how do you like buy both at the same time?
I agree.
know.
And
Very confusing concepts.
yeah, so what was I telling about?
You are talking about your godmother's balcony.
Balcony. So we used to play every Thursday by default. It was one Karan Johar movie. Like there was nothing else. There's a girl called Steffi, and I still know her, and I still think she cries every time a Shah Rukh Khan movie plays.
Aww.
Like Kal Ho Na Ho, the end scene.
Yeah.
Kal ho na ho to I also cry.
Na, 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 na.
But why for Shah
He
Rukh
had
Khan?
cancer.
I
All
mean,
this while.
I wish I had.
And the sad Kalona also plays, dude. Like it's
Yeah.
damn, he really knows how to build that.
Ding,
Yeah,
ding.
dude, that really builds it up, dude. Like figure it out, it's fine, don't worry.
Sir.
But
सही है, Naxal, सही है.
मैं थोड़ा माइक के साथ खराब है. हाँ.
so yeah, I liked it. But then like one day we decided to watch Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna,
Huh.
which you were in, and
Yeah.
is fairly an adult movie. Like,
Huh?
I mean, like for
About-
us children
yeah.
who were babysitting each other, we had to watch
मतलब
like
पता नहीं क्यों.
Which one was Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna?
When he
where
cheats.
marital affairs.
Yeah.
Where
yeah.
मतलब where
Shah Rukh Khan walks the way he actually walks.
and cheating is completely fine in the
Right.
movie.
Oh, so
mean,
fun
so
fact, I didn't
he's
grow up
roman-
watching movies. I only grew up listening to movie songs.
अच्छा, फिर ठीक है.
So I know nothing about
So
the
it's
plot
that
lines.
dance with me, baby.
Oh
won't you
yeah, dance with me all night.
Won't you party, won't you wonderful all night?
That's all
Dun,
night.
dun,
That's all
dun,
night.
dun.
Pyari pyari love. That song.
That's a great song.
वो भी है ना वो कौन सी फिल्म है वो कौन सा गाना है अरे that song
Mitwa.
no not that
Mitwa is in Kabhi Alvida Na
rock
Kehna?
and roll
Sony
Sony
hai. Yeah, I don't know this.
Really?
Yeah.
that one
The music is always good. Like
Mitwa, I had heard the song, but my everlasting memory of Mitwa is this horrible joke somebody told me in first year of law school. My friend Advait Tamankar, who was Akshay Tamankar then, but then he fell out of a train and now he's Advait Tamankar.
why?
how does that make sense
Did he lose a
Why?
limb or something?
No, so I talk about him in one of my videos also, in the Mumbai Trains video. So he had fallen out of a train going to Thane, and then he cracked his skull and all, and he survived miraculously without any brain damage. He only lost his sense of smell. And then what? That's a legit thing, dude. He's a criminal lawyer, don't mess with him. So
I wonder how he sniffs out the suspects.
he can only smell justice. So his name na, his Guruji or somebody, he said abhi tera new life to new name. पर लाइफ तो सेम ही है, cause वो वही कोर्स भी कंप्लीट किया और सब, तो मतलब पता नहीं.
अभी सुन नहीं सकता चीजें
So anyway, so he told me this joke, which is that एक बार है ना, एक बार शाहरुख खान है ना, it's damn bad, dude, it's so
I
bad.
want to hear this stuff. Go for it.
एक बार शाहरुख खान एक आंटी के
हंस ले पहले
okay.
I don't think you'll be laughing as much after the joke. That's why.
the joke is not as good as it
It's
I
not.
will
Yeah.
It's
kick
really
his
not.
ass
Okay.
You should see him
It's not.
live.
It's really okay. Worst joke. Okay, this is the worst joke. It's not a good joke, I'm telling you. So Shah Rukh Khan goes to a Maharashtrian auntie's house. Okay,
I
you
already
don't know
seen
why
it.
or anything. But he goes, and as soon as he goes and he sits, and the auntie comes and she says, "Who are you?" He says, "I am Shah Rukh Khan." He says, "Oh." So she takes and she starts making rotis on his chest.
Why?
So Shah Rukh Khan also asked that question. He says, "Auntie, why are you making rotis on my chest?" So she says, "Because tu hi to ga raha tha Meetama."
My headphones fell off. I was hearing that joke. It literally. Oh God.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna use this joke.
Dude, I think it's a great joke. I think it's one of those jokes that is so bad that it's good.
Yeah, but all through childhood, like we had those stupid jokes, like if this is Pankaj and what is this? This is Pankaj Udas. You haven't seen that?
You didn't have these? Oh man.
I have जब किम कardashian के घर में
वो।
लाइट चली जाती है तो वो क्या करती है तो वो कैंडल को बुलाती है
New age jokes, yeah. Keeping up with the jokes
Yeah.
of the Kardashians.
Oh man, we used to, dude. Like I remember how I think around 4th, 5th standard this happened because I didn't learn how to cuss, and 5th standard definitely, and right, and dirty jokes started coming into your life. Like, and they used to be just the worst jokes, and they had no before or after, like no setup premise, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है बस. And as a kid, you just loved it.
Who told you the first dirty joke of your life?
Oh,
You have a memory of that?
For me it was Chaitanya Patel
Wow, that's specific.
in school in 5th standard. I don't remember the joke,
Oh,
but
shit.
he taught me everything about sex. Dude, he like drew diagrams and all कि ये ऐसा
Wow,
होता है
that's it.
इसके अंदर घुसता है ये सब क्या
Wow,
Are you
Chaitanya.
guys still friends?
I'm sorry.
Chaitanya now goes to bathroom stalls around the country and leaves his
What is
calling
Chaitanya
card.
doing now?
he's studying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Is
bet.
he studying science or something? He should be studying medicine.
I think
should be,
no, he's doing BMM.
Okay, all
Oh,
right then.
damn.
At least he likes to educate people.
Yeah, my first ever non-veg joke was told to me by my cousin.
Okay.
And she was staying over at her house for like a month.
Huh.
And she was telling it to my sister.
Huh.
And they were both giggling under the sheets like at night. And I'm like, why? I want to also listen. Like, you're too young for this. I'm like, no, I'm too old for this. I know this.
Yeah.
She's like, prove it. So I told her one non-veg joke I knew. So she had, okay, I buy this.
What
and
was that?
What was that joke?
This joke was told to me by the bus conductor. Like
Okay.
the school
Oh,
bus.
what?
The school bus we used to take. Like
I
from
think
school.
this is going to be
Yeah,
like
his name was
a
Robert,
dark story
and
now.
Robert told me this joke about how like so this joke is pretty bad again. Is that this couple gets married and the husband does not know how to have sex with his wife, so he inserts it in the belly button at all times instead of the vagina, and the wife is like, this guy does not know, so she, instead of talking to him like a normal person would, puts oil on the belly button so it slips downwards. Okay, and then he ejaculates, and then he's never ejaculated before, so he's like, oh shit, what happened here? So, and because she's a virgin, she also has bleeding. So he takes her to the doctor. Doctor, again, like, mauke pe chauka. That's the whole idea, that he also ejaculates. And the man says, डॉक्टर के पास लाया था टाके लगवाने के लिए, इसने गम लगा के छोड़ दिया.
Oh.
Okay, that was a joke Robert told
समझा
me.
नहीं मेरे को.
Never mind. So
गम
he
मतलब
didn't tell it very well. Basically,
यानी
he
glue.
thought the bleeding was a wound. So instead of sewing it up, the doctor. Anyway, so.
So then my cousin was like, okay, now you have bought private access pass to our club.
तू ये तेरे चिन्मय को पूछना है, समझेगा.
हाँ, वो-
चैतन्य, sorry.
Is there a difference?
नहीं मैं हंसा नहीं है कभी इतना बता. ओहो कंटिन्यू.
So yeah,
पहले
then,
वीडियो देख लेते.
then she told me this joke where Santa and Banta are friends.
Oh, lovely. Your aunt told you the joke.
My cousin. not
Your
my-
cousin told you a dirty joke involving Santa Banta.
Santa
Oh,
Banta.
I have
So-
not heard one of those
So
yet.
Santa got married, had a wife, had a
Right,
child.
right.
Banta did not have a wife.
Oh, no.
So he had sex with Santa's wife.
Oh.
Whenever Santa went to work, Banta would come home, have sex with her.
Huh.
Okay, and this happened for a while. One day Santa came back early. So wife hid Banta behind a curtain.
Okay.
Okay. And because when you have sex, your body gets hot, right?
Yeah.
So the husband, Santa, is like, oh, why do you have fever? And she's like, don't worry, it's okay. And the kid who's now behind the curtain opens the curtain. And Banta is just standing there naked. And he's like, why are you scaring my child? That's the whole joke. That's the only
okay.
thing about
Okay.
it. And I'm like, why is this fun? Like,
You're
what?
telling this so badly. This could have been a well crafted. This could
See,
have been funny.
I just came up. I didn't come up with this. I had to go back in my memory.
The joke's done क्या?
The joke's done.
अरे जोक है कि बच्चा वो निकालता है, रिवील होता है, तो उसको लगता है अरे ये अभी मेरे को पकड़ेगा, बट इंस्टेड बनता सेज अरे तू मेरे बच्चे को क्यों डरा रहा है.
Yeah. my wife is sick here. Let's focus on my wife.
Oh, nice.
That was the bottom line.
What was okay?
There's no punchline to it really.
Right.
because
There was. I feel there was. I feel like there was justice to be done.
some way it got lost.
I
Yeah.
I heard the first dirty jokes that I heard were like little quips here and there that you would like, you would be in a party and you'd overhear the dads talking types. Never? No? Oh, just me. Okay. So there was this one, which is the first one I must say. But then the first joke that I remember was Dinkar Mehta, dude. There's like this dirty, Dinkar Mehta only, no? That really nasty comic, the Gujarati one. No, Shahabuddin Rathod. Is he Shahabuddin Rathod. He has the nastiest jokes, dude. So this one joke he does about, he says a guy goes on his honeymoon and his parents go on the honeymoon with him and the wife, and they only get one room, and now they're in the one room, and the wife and the husband, the kid, they are newlyweds, so they are going at it on the bed. Now every time, the first time, and he does it very well, he's like, beta chada, to fir mummy ne usko bola aap, and then the husband, okay, and then wo bhi and then the beta fir se chada, and then auntie and then wo fir se buddha chadta, and the buddha really is dying at this point. He doesn't have the virility to handle so much sex, and then the ladka fir se chada, and the auntie was like, "Arey chado," and he's like, "Arey kya bench?" So he goes to the bed, he taps on the son's shoulder, and he says, "Tu chodne ko aaya ya chudwane ko aaya?"
Why are these jokes not funny?
Because
It's okay.
you're not into bad jokes.
Yeah.
I know when jokes. So there's this like building में एक होती है, आंटी होती है, एक मैं बता एक second.
Yeah. See, now when it comes to you, shit. Oh wait, let me form the.
So there is this blind guy in a building and there's this hot woman. ठीक है. Now the hot woman really helps the blind guy every day. So and ऐसा मतलब बहुत ऐसा दोनों का दोस्ती है. And then one day that blind guy comes to this hot woman's घर and rings the doorbell.
I think there's a plot to Andhadhun.
Yeah. No. So basically the hot woman is taking a bath, but then she ऐसे उसको सुनाई, like she asks कौन है, तो वो बोलता है कि मैं हूँ. She's like, अरे ये तो अंधा ही है ना, तो मैं, she goes ऐसा naked and she opens the door because he's blind. So he has this मिठाई का डब्बा and basically he's like कि मेरी आँखें ठीक हो गई है.
Eyes up here.
Guys, fuck you guys.
Did you find it funny?
I saw the plot coming.
You saw it coming.
Yeah,
I feel like the writing was a little weak.
Yeah, it's okay though.
You couldn't.
It's
She's
not my
19.
joke. It's not my joke.
Yeah, I know. Neither are these ours. Nobody's feeling bad.
I know the worst incest joke this guy called Francisco told
no,
me,
this
but
is-
I won't tell it to you all because
Okay,
it's
thank
terrible.
you.
It's horrible.
It's a horrible joke.
Like in terms of even the nature of the joke is just like it's vile. It's just like the most terrible joke you can ever hear.
Yeah.
So I won't tell it.
Okay, good job.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time your dad made an inappropriate joke in front of you? Because moms rarely do. Dads usually will let one slip sometimes.
No.
Never?
My dad would basically my uncle was like that. My uncle was someone who would crack nasties. And my dad would be like, ha, he said that. And then he would repeat that kind of thing.
Okay.
On his own, my dad does not have a capability to construct a joke. Which is my mom's gift that I got, I think.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know, given the past 10 minutes, I don't think so. But, but yeah, so when I was younger, because I was a chubby kid, my uncle would always be like, ki if I take my t-shirt off in the summers and we'd go to Mangalore, right, and be hot. And my uncle would be like, where's your bra? Haha, where's your bra? For your child boobies. And I would be like, yeah, where's your child bra? And I'm like, okay, should I feel bad about and I'd be like, where's your
that
bra?
is, when I was very chubby growing up too, and I didn't understand the body shaming that people were doing. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of why should I don't feel bad about this. I know this is supposed to make me feel bad, but it's okay only. That never happened. They would be like, hey, tu jada hai. And I'd be like, huh.
What else?
Yeah, what's up?
Facts का state कर रहा है अभी. वैसा?
You called? मैं इधर ही है, बोलना.
Yeah, and the thing is, by the time 10th standard rolled around, people were pretty horny in my class.
Oh, okay. So they used to squeeze your boobs.
My boobs.
Oh.
But fun fact, by 9th I knew I was gay. So I was like, ding, 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 ding. So all you boys who...
You reverse molested them.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh man.
how the tides have turned.
Does it ever?
Was that joke well constructed, Akash?
Oh, loving it.
Nothing funnier than reality, is it?
Yeah.
I know.
Do you ever feel like body image pressure type stuff?
Yeah, I do. Matlab, I think the field that I'm in,
Yeah,
there are people who ask me to lose weight.
Oh, okay.
The
Like
casting
asking
people.
to be already? Like you are like
I'm
a
still fat, I feel.
From where?
From everywhere.
What?
What is your you know your body fat percentage?
I knew it, I forgot.
Okay. It's only 2 digits.
Something.
Good thing you forget.
No, I used to be a fat child also, like
Okay.
2-3 years ago, and then I had to
No, it was
lose
like
weight for
baby
a show.
fat, right? It
Baby
was-
fat,
yeah.
So I had to lose weight. So there was this adaptation show for Disney. So they were adapting Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh yeah.
Nice. With
But
Selena
that-
Gomez.
Did
Yeah.
that get made?
No.
Nahin, huh?
So I got the Selena Gomez's part.
Oh.
But I was a fat child, like 58 kgs, and they
Yeah.
asked me to like be big. And
But
and
too
the
bad
guy-
you don't have lupus like her. It's sarcasm.
Ouch, dude.
No, Selena Gomez had lupus and she still
She still
struggled to
has.
it. She still has. I'm not
That
saying you should
never
have-
goes. I mean,
I'm sorry.
I was Selena Gomez fan too, but okay. Then
She is nice. I like her.
I love her.
Yeah.
She sings also.
Yeah.
I'm not in this
Same old
conversation.
love.
I'm not involved with, I
Sarcasm,
don't
guys.
know.
Okay.
ये सब मेरे सर के ऊपर चला गया.
And then what happened?
Then nothing. Then they told me that you have to look as hot as Selena Gomez, so lose weight. These were the
But again,
words.
she was a
Does
child.
that-
In Wizards of Waverly Place, she was also a child. She was not like hot in that.
Hot nahi mane, matlab she was slim. No, I mean I was a fat child, and I was
Body
actually getting uska friend's part, the Harper's part, and I didn't want to do that because I was always a Selena Gomez fan, and I was like going crazy, like I'm going to play her part and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So I like madly lost weight, like strict diet when I was 16, 17 years old.
That must mess with your head.
Yeah, I mean, little bit. But then I lost like massively. My weight dropped like from 58 to 48.
Right.
Wow.
So then I got to 45. Now I'm again back to 48. So I want to go to 45 back.
But the show is shelved. No, then don't do it.
No, but now though I just do it because I want to like
Future
wear.
prospects.
Future.
So, but that's an interesting thing. Like, whenever I meet someone who says that, you said that specific thing of, I want to lose weight so I can wear ...
I'm very open. I want to wear good clothes, hot clothes. That is why I want to lose weight. Right
Yeah.
now
Right.
I can't. I'm not comfortable wearing a crop top when I feel that I'm a little fat.
Yeah.
And that's I'm not saying that every girl should go through that. It's just like
Exactly.
every girl. I mean, this is what I feel. I mean,
Right.
I'm not encouraging others to do.
Do you ever
the
worry
same.
about why you feel that way? Like, do you ever wonder why? Like, do you feel that way because it's what you want or because it's like somewhat like...
Perception that
what
is-
I want.
Yeah,
it's what been put into your head?
No.
through-
This is purely what I want.
It's a
It's
good
just
thing to,
not
like,
I'm
yeah.
comfortable. Like there are girls who are like a certain weight, but they still wear crop tops and they don't care about
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
people. And that's great, but it's not the same with me. Like
Yeah.
I am constantly conscious about people looking at me and stuff, and I'm not comfortable. I would be comfortable if I have a flat stomach and wear
Right.
the crop top. So I'm not encouraging this. I mean, this is something that I feel. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, as you know, Akash, I have like no shame at all. Like, not in shame, but I never felt like my body is something I have to hide really, including the stretch marks and all of it that I have. And ever since I was a child also, I was fat. So like, I grew up like that. And it just became more easier for me to just like blend into what it is. So for example, like for any fat kid, like a beach time is like the worst thing because every other child is
Yeah,
like wearing trunks and you have to like then like just
Wear a
hide-
t-shirt
wear a
over
t-shirt
the...
over it.
Yeah.
But at one point, I was just like, fuck it, dude. I'm tired of hiding and all of this.
Yeah.
I just went for it. And like from that, like the other kids who were in my class or in my batch back then, they also found comfort enough to like do that, So it's like for all the chubby kids out there, it's okay sometimes to just like
Yeah.
expose yourself. Like, and then later as it turns out, like as my orientation grew, my penchant for liking healthier people also grew.
Right.
So I don't like slim dudes, right? I told you.
Yeah,
I have an
of
entire
course.
bit about that. You would know Asas if you watch my videos. But
I'll know now.
yeah, so I specifically now like chubby people, and I'm like, in a way, you know what it is like. The world has always told us fat people that no one will like you for who you are, and if there's people like me, and there's many people like me, believe me, there's an entire under circuit which I converse with, and people know, conversate.
No, converse was the right word.
Yeah, converse was the right word.
You had it. You lost it.
It's a meme. Anyways, so I was always okay with knowing that this is my body, and I love people who have that body.
Yeah.
So in a way, there's that balance of love. Like I think Rishi Kapoor at one point had said that the world has thin people and fat people, and also Rishi Kapoor is always like a chubby kid.
Yeah.
So and you need people to balance it out. Like you can't have only thin people, then the scale would tip, and only fat people too much, then it will tip again. So like that.
Yeah,
It
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I never really understood the thing with the body shaming, and then I even we were talking in the break about losing weight and stuff, and I realized the reason why I like my body, or rather I've always liked my body, is because it can do things for me.
Yeah.
I do things because of it. So I'm constantly amazed at all the things it can do. I have long arms and I love it. I love every part of me a lot. Yeah. And then this year when I was on tour, I started to realize that the weight was really becoming a problem, because you're on the move constantly, and that means you're essentially carrying an extra 10 kilos.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go all the time, your feet feel it, your knees feel it. You're on stage also 1 hour, 2 hours, you feel it. And sweating though, I mean, either way I sweat, so it doesn't matter. But Akash, he sweats very systematically under his arms. So it starts when he starts performing, so it grows organically. Yeah. Engulfing more of his underarm. और फिर क्या होता है ना, धीरे धीरे ये पता है वो टी-शर्ट होता है जहाँ पे शोल्डर पे अलग कलर होता है और बाकी का अलग कलर होता है, ऐसा लगता है कि 2 शेड का टी-शर्ट है.
But I start sweating here. Yeah. So it just drips all the way from down. So if you see any of my videos, I'm just doing this. Every fucking 2 minutes I'm just putting my hair back, because it's it's pores. You've seen those memes where
it's like you're in a shower constantly.
Constantly, and it's just
I don't have that problem. I don't sweat at all.
Yeah, I've always been very.
It can't be at all.
No, I mean when I'm working out, that's the only time I'm sweating.
Yeah, Sandeep Soparkar, the dancer, he got Botox done for his sweat glands.
What? Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can stop your sweat glands from sweating.
That's not a good idea. You need to
but
sweat.
then I don't think that's healthy. I mean, exactly. You need to sweat. You need
I have to follow up with Sandeep Soparkar and see how it went.
Yeah, because you would have a lot of skin stuff after that.
You'll get boils and you'll get a lot of
it'll build up inside, no?
Yeah, exactly.
It's excreta from your skin essentially.
Exactly.
And it's a good thing to have it.
The largest organ of your body needs to get stuff out.
The most summer vacations where I would just play a lot and run around, and then and the next day I'd take a bath and go to school. They're like, oh, your skin is glowing, or you have a blush. And I'm like, thanks. Anyways, I hope there was a calmer me in the second half.
Now that we heard a happy Naveen, I think we can end this episode.
Yeah. Things are better now almost.
Yes.
But then I remember Cobra Seed exists and I feel bad.
I have started to hate Cobra Seed.
That's how I'm on a mission to do that. So I'm as long as
I don't know. I used to like her. Now I just don't because of him. It's been an hour. I don't like.
I've been doing this podcast and been friends with him for a while. Don't listen to him on stuff. Make your own opinions. Hate her, but on your own
time.
Yeah.
Chalo, that's it from us at Vartalab. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at House of Narona.
Yeah.
Kujvi Mehta and not Kujvi Mehta is Akash. Asaz, where can we find you?
Sassy.
Nice. Keeping it in the family. If you like the show, there are more podcasts on the IVM Podcast Network. You can check them out on the app or the website or wherever you listen to podcasts. Bye.
Bye.
हो गया?
हो गया.
Advertising is dead. Yep, you heard me right. Advertising is dead. We're all in the content business now. Let's not call it news, TV, radio, etc., etc. It's all content, and we're in the middle of this weirdly exciting phase where all the borders and lines that have been drawn over decades has been swept away by this lovely thing called the internet. We're a show where we don't dwell on just the stuff that is now, but rather the wider stuff about advertising, media, content, and the whole goddamn circus surrounding it. Tune in every Tuesday for our weekly unboxing of the mystery box we used to call advertising. I'm Varun Dugirala, co-founder and content chief at The Glitch, and this is my new podcast, Advertising is Dead.
This is the amazing story of something awesome. Once, Chuck decided to start a podcast, and so he did. The end. Okay, that was a crappy story. But I've got some really cool stories over at my new show, The Origin of Things. On this podcast, I look at the stories of how brands came into being and sometimes evolved out of quite unexpected circumstances. And to make it really fun, I reveal the name of the brand and sometimes a category only at the very end. The show is 5 to 7 minutes per episode and perfect for trivia junkies and brand nerds, especially those with short attention spans. New episodes out every Wednesday on IVM Podcasts app or website or any podcast app or site that you happen to prefer. End of story, they lived happily ever after.